Happy Halloween, everybody. Hope you are doing great. Give me 1 second here. I just had something go a little bit weird. I don't know why my gimbal is kind of tilted. What the heck is going on? 1 sec. Oh, why does this happen right when I'm about to start? Okay, hold on guys, I'm so sorry. It was literally fine and I don't know what happened. Okay, 1 second. Okay, maybe that's better. Yes, okay, good. We're back. I can already see in the comments a message from Jim. I'm handing out treats since my wife volunteered to take admissions at a nearby dance place. Good for you guys. John Green from Edmonton, thank you so much for coming out. Jim Ross, thank you so much for coming out. A big thank you for the very generous PayPal as always. Thank you so much, Jim, and for tuning in. I'm glad you could make it. And yes, I am flying Broom Air. That is the theme of the day for me, because let's be honest guys, this is the most fitting costume for me, because like 100% if I was around during the Salem witch trials, I would definitely be burned at the stake, because I am the kind of woman that they definitely hated, which was such a messed up period in time, by the way. Lucky women like me can exist nowadays. Mike, hello. Michael, hello. Happy Halloween. We got Homa from Saskatoon, amazing. Radist, thank you. Kees from the Netherlands, amazing. Bob from Florida, oh man, we got people from all over today. Alina and Boris from, I assume, New Jersey, amazing. Thank you, Jan from Plovdiv. Oh my gosh, we already got so many people in here. Amazing. Rahul, thank you so much for coming out. I love it. I'm so excited for you guys to join me, because this is the first year in probably, for sure 5, but honestly, maybe even like 7 or 8 that I have dressed up. And a big thank you to my friend Melissa who lent me this costume, because I didn't want to like go out and buy something, spend $60 and only wear it once. So I'm very happy to be able to have a costume and be able to give you guys a tour of some awesome places here in Toronto, ending with hopefully a bit of a Halloween party. I'm gonna have to try and kind of time it correctly, because it doesn't start until like 6:30, so we'll kind of meander towards the grand event at the end. And then later tonight, why I'm not streaming later is because I'm actually going to a Halloween party, so we kind of had to do the live stream a bit earlier today. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about Toronto or otherwise as we walk along, feel free to ask. And yeah, I hope you are all having a fabulous Halloween. So let's get things started. I am currently here on Palmerston and Harvard Street. I thought I would actually start in the residential sort of districts, because especially in this area, it is just such beautiful foliage, and a lot of people have their Halloween decorations up. So maybe we'll even get to see some trick-or-treaters, though to be honest, I've been walking for a little while and haven't seen that many people in costume just yet. I've been getting a lot of compliments on my costume, but hopefully we'll see even more people in costume soon. This really is my favorite time of the year though, because like, look at all those beautiful colored leaves. And on top of that, actually, it is like 20 degrees today. It is 20 degrees and I didn't have to wear a coat over my costume. Like, this would be unheard of in Saskatchewan. So thank you, Toronto. Thank you, global warming, for being so nice out. Big thank you to Jim Ross. Oh, I hear a witchy woman playing for some reason. I actually don't know that song. Who's that by? I like it though. That's definitely suitable. Thank you so much, Jim. Very, very sweet of you. Actually, let me know in the chat, is anybody else dressed up today? And if so, what are you dressed as? I want to know. These guys are kind of dressed up, but not really.
But that doesn't mean it wasn't there.
Yeah.
I want to see costumes. Where's everybody's costumes? There's some jack-o'-lanterns though. You know, for anybody who has done them as well, they're actually quite hard to do. Like, I remember doing jack-o'-lanterns as a kid. Like, it's real easy to like stab yourself when you're trying to cut out the eyes and mouth in the pumpkin. So gotta be careful. Oh, 1 second here.
I could start the ball rolling earlier.
A very big thank you to Jim Mork, hoping visa goes through. Thank you, Jim. Me too. I'm actually hoping that by tomorrow I will have a confirmation that it's been sent out. Like, technically everything's been processed. I just got confirmation today. And they're able to print out the photocopy of the confirmation we need in Bulgaria. But for whatever reason, their kind of, you know, chamber of commerce that we need the paper from hasn't given my lawyer the original copies yet. And that's what we ideally need. So hopefully by tomorrow, they'll have confirmation that they're on their way, sent by DHL, and then early next week is when I would receive them, because my appointment is actually on the 7th. I can change it, of course. I mean, on the 5th. I can change it, but ideally, I would like to go ahead with that one because I need to get out of this country before the end of the year. Would be ideal. So thank you very much to Jim. Georgi says, hello from Bulgaria, cuteness. I'm dressed up at work in my uniform night shift. Amazing. Glad you are in the Halloween spirit. I was about to say Christmas spirit. It's a little early. Oh, song by the Eagles. You know, I haven't heard that one, I don't think, unless I just don't know it by the title. Amazing. Oh, what the heck, guys? Nobody has said that they're doing a costume. Come on now, just because we're old doesn't mean we can't dress up. There's another comment here. Okay, as I flip the camera, Rick asks, do they celebrate Halloween in Sofia? So in my last video, I was actually saying how it is going to make me a little bit sad living in Bulgaria, because from my understanding, they don't really celebrate it, as most places probably don't. But, you know, just because American culture tends to be, you know, somewhat popular in most countries, I did hear from some locals that there are some people who actually, you know, will have a little Halloween party and dress up in costumes, and maybe it is for like the immigrant, you know, kids, which there probably is enough immigrants, especially in Sofia, that dress up and maybe try and do a little trick-or-treating. But no, it's definitely not as you know, widespread as it is here in Canada or the US. Obviously, it's not that big of a holiday, but I did hear that there are some people who do celebrate. So that's pretty cool. Jim says, people tell me I'm dressed in costume all year round. So yeah, well, oh my gosh, look at this house. This is like the perfect Halloween house, isn't it? All the leaves, the brick, beautiful windows, gorgeous. And for anybody wondering, how much would a house, like a huge house like this, cost in Toronto? I don't know for sure, obviously, but if I had to guess, like 2-3 million minimum, easily. which is crazy because this is obviously in such a great neighborhood as well. And it's a pretty big, substantial house. Thank you so much once again for the insane donation, Dean Ninjetti. Thank you. The witch costume is quite a props or appropriate. Alina, as always, I suspected you were weaving your potent white magic on the naive, vulnerable men during your travels. Please be careful tonight at the Casa Loma Halloween party. Real demons do exist, often in the guise of deplorable 50-50 men. Oh my God, Dean, you understand me so well. That is definitely one of the scariest, haunted houses I could ever go into. Go on a date and a man wants me to pay 50-50. Oh my God. I'm not going to sleep the whole night just thinking about it. So thank you so much, Dean. That is incredibly kind of you. And I hope you are having a great Halloween as well. I think it will be a fun party tonight, but I think you guys know me that I am not much of a partier. I'm probably going to be in before midnight. But I am excited to go because, yeah, one of my girlfriends got us tickets to the big Casa Loma Halloween party. So we literally will be partying in an actual castle tonight. So that will be very fun. Yeah. All right, here we are at Bloor Street in Little Koreatown. I haven't been up here in a while, so I thought we would start here and then make our way to the one place where I feel it really exemplifies the Halloween spirit. Maybe some of you guys can guess it. Can anybody guess in the comments where I am heading to that is somewhat Halloween-esque in the city? Oh, I think I missed a live stream from Michael. Thank you so much. You are very beautiful in your costume, Alina. Thank you so much, Michael. That is so sweet of you. I hope you are doing well. It really means a lot to me that so many of you guys come to every single live stream. That's so nice of you. Let's see here. All right. Oh, somebody guesses Young and Dundas, Alex. That is technically a point that I want to hit, but it's not actually the main place that I'm aiming towards. Just got distracted because that looks super, super good. Ube, Japanese flavored adobe and cheese. Oh my God. I might have to come back here. It looks amazing. All right. Danforth? Nope, it's not the Danforth. That would be a little bit too far today to go to. Jim Ross asks, how can you be home before the witching hour doesn't follow lore? You know, actually, Jim, you bring up a great point. Just for that point alone, I may stay out till 12:30 because you are absolutely correct. Amazing. They are doing so much construction here. Look at all these crazy condos. Correct me if I'm wrong, but people who lived in Toronto about 10 years ago, what used to be here was Honest Ed's, right? The big crazy department store with all the lights and all the knickknacks, that's what was here. Am I imagining things? Kind of sad actually that it's gone and now it's condos, but the city does need housing, so I guess it could be worse. Не надо торопиться. Hello, Halloween. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Jim Mork, Toronto is a Cree word for incessant construction. You know, it could very well be. That would make it a lot of sense. Oh my God, I'm struggling, guys, because my hat, I feel like my hat is going to blow off whenever I get like a whiff of the wind. I feel like it's gonna blow off of my head because it's pretty big. I'm trying to balance live streaming and not having my hat fly off. I actually wanted to be something more creative for Halloween, to be honest, but just not enough time. I feel like to properly prepare for Halloween, you either need to have like a really good idea right away, or you need time. Like, you need time to build a costume, because honestly, all the stuff that they sell in store is just like, it's so basic that yeah, it's a okay. All right, this is gonna be fun tonight. All right, 1 second. Oh my God, yeah, my hat is not doing well right now. All right, here we are at Bathurst and Bloor, and this is officially the beginning of the Annex, which is one of my favorite areas of Toronto. I would actually say that if I was to live in Toronto again, this would be one of the top areas that I would consider living in, like ideally a little bit off the main street so it's not loud. But this is just the perfect location in my opinion, because you are on, you know, the subway line, the green Bloor line, but actually if you walk to Spadina, then you also have the Yonge line. There's streetcars also fairly close to this area, and it does just have a lot of great local businesses, and isn't as crazy as like right downtown. So this is actually one of my favorite areas of the city. Wow, freestyling it in the EU says, wow, doesn't look ghetto anymore. Was crack area for a while. You know what I will say? It might just be by chance, and maybe I just had a bad experience last year, but I feel like Toronto is better this year than it was last year, just from my experience and where I've gone. Oh, there's costumes, guys, 1 sec. Basically, I'm trying to say is I haven't seen as many crazy people and as much garbage, and technically the price of rent has ever so slightly gone down. So, you know, still not perfect, but let's celebrate small improvements and little wins. So this trip to Toronto has actually been quite positive in that regard. All right, so I see some people here. I think he's a squirrel, maybe, or a cat. And then across the street, I see a, 1 second, let me zoom in. I see a T-Rex. What does his sign say? Don't drive impaired. Amazing. I love that. Absolutely love that. And then their cute little kid in the stroller is a little cow. So there we go. Great. I hope we get to see more people in costume. I know at our final destination we will see people in costume, but I hope we get to see some people on the way. Thank you very much, Mark. I really appreciate it. Just reading here comments here, guys. Oh, a cute little butterfly. Adorable. Adorable. That's actually a great costume. Just wear like all black and then have butterfly wings. That's a great costume. Oh, we got a rabbit. I love it. Originally, I was thinking of pulling a Mean Girls, you know, the line from the movie where it's like, you know, you just wear animal ears and like, you know, something slutty. That's like the easiest go-to costume, but I thought, I'm like, it's probably gonna be too cold for that, and you know, better to be warm than cold, so I didn't do that. But that is definitely the easiest costume, is just like wear all black and animal ears, and you can be a cat or a sexy cat. Very easy. Oh my god. I also really love when people dress up their pets. That would make my night if I saw like a cute little pug, I don't know, dressed up as a ladybug or something like that. That would be amazing. Oh, I don't know what she is. She looks like an axe murderer, I guess, or is that from a movie or something? That's a great idea, Rick. Get some Reese's peanut butter cups trick-or-treating. You know, I will honestly buy myself Halloween candy. I'm definitely too old to go get it for free, but I will go buy myself some Halloween candy at the end of the night. Oh, here we go. I think they're like an anime couple. That would be amazing if somebody was dressed up as Kamala or Trump. Oh, my dad's here. I was just talking to my dad before the live stream and stuff, and he was actually at the gym in Saskatoon, and he's like, I will be there. I will be at your live stream. So thank you so much for coming out, Dad. Hope you had a great workout. Oh my gosh. Got some Halloween decorations here. I love that you're all saying hi to my dad. I appreciate it. You know what's interesting? I don't know, let me know if it's just me or if there's other people like this, but one thing that I will never want to do during Halloween or any time of the year, to be honest, is watch horror movies. I honestly don't understand how people are fans of watching the most like scary and horrific things happen to other people and call it entertainment. Like, I have never understood it. Is there anybody else? Because I feel like it's fairly popular to really love, you know, watching scary movies. Like, I can't even really get through suspenseful kind of movies, let alone a horror movie. And I've always felt kind of like the odd one out with that, but I just find it to be such a strange thing. I'm glad you guys enjoy my dad in my videos. He will definitely be in more of them. He'll probably be coming to visit me in Sofia actually this summer. So hopefully we'll be able to do some content for you guys then. Oh, look at that cute little firefighter. Oh my gosh. Look at him. That is adorable. Oh, that car's right in the way. That's a really cute costume. All right, so we're getting closer to Spadina, and nobody has guessed yet where I am going. To be fair though, I don't exactly know how I'm going to get where I'm going because I haven't been to this area in a really long time, but I think we'll figure it out once I get there. Rick says you're going to Tim Hortons. Maybe after the live stream. I will need a coffee probably to stay up until 12:30 a.m. But no, that is not where I'm going right now. Raj is correct about my last destination. Congratulations. I am going to Church Street at the last because they are having a huge Halloween party. So yes, that is where I'm going to end my stream, but not where I'm going right now. RSCs asks, do you plan to visit in the Bulgaria seaside in the summertime? I'm at Nesebar. Yes, I'll definitely be visiting like Varna and area probably next summer. My mom actually really wants to check out that area, and I mean it generally is extremely popular with Russians, so I'm sure she'll fit right in. So yeah, for sure I will be checking out the seaside in Bulgaria in the summer. I got the coppers. And no, it is not that cold here. Like, it's honestly incredible, guys. It's like a warm fall day right now. Maybe it's 17 degrees, something like that. Like, honestly, perfect. I wouldn't want it hotter. I wouldn't want it colder. It's just perfect. So nice. Oh, actually, is there some people that are from Toronto right now on this live stream? I'm curious. Oh my God, it was 25 degrees in Ottawa today. That's crazy. That is so unlike Canada. 23 in Sunny Beach, amazing. Actually, speaking, oh my God, 1 second. I'm so sad, but I feel like I might have to take this off because it literally just wants to keep flying off. But I don't want to take it off because it's part of my costume. So one thing that I realized I'm probably going to have to do today, and I don't quite know if I will just have to let the ticket go or if I will be able to change it for not that much more. But with everything just taking so much longer than expected with my paperwork, like I was honestly hoping that by mid-November at the latest, I was already going to be in Sofia. And, you know, I assumed it would take a few weeks to find an apartment, and then I would have like a couple of months of being settled in. So back 4 or 5 months ago, I realized I had a $200 free travel credit on my Amex Platinum. And I was like, great. For my birthday month, you know, the month of February, I want to have it be a month of travel. I want to go to some cities kind of in Central Eastern Europe that are especially good for the, you know, winter months. So for example, Prague is actually supposed to be quite beautiful in the winter. Vienna, Budapest, you know, with their outdoor thermal pools. That's actually what I wanted to do for my birthday. So I had this whole itinerary planned, and you know, who knows, maybe I will still use it, but I used that $200 credit towards a ticket on like Turkish Airlines, which, you know, is a much nicer flight than Ryanair or something like that. And I booked it for February 1st. And I assume it is non-refundable and probably non-changeable because it was a credit, but that makes me so sad because most likely at this point, like, I'll be lucky to get into Sofia before the end of the year. I'll be happy, to be honest, if I can do that at this point. But that means that I probably would have to cancel the ticket or try and change it, because traveling more or less a month after arriving to Sofia is really just not a good idea for me, because I will need time to settle in. Like, there's paperwork kind of stuff. Okay, all right. There's paperwork I need to do, and I just have to check I'm going the right way. And also I have to find an apartment, right? And I don't for sure know how long all of that is going to take. So I'm a little bit sad if I just lost that ticket, but you know, I guess it is what it is. And we'll see if, I don't know, maybe in April or something I would do that sort of trip. But then, I mean, it's almost the spring season, so it's not quite the same. But I was so excited. I was so excited to travel all over Europe this February, but at this point in time, I probably will need that month to settle into Sofia. So we'll see how things go. I'm gonna flip the camera here. This building right in front of us is actually a shoe museum. At least it was that when I lived here in Toronto, but I think it still is. Yeah, it is. Some kind of sneaker exhibition going on. That's a great question, Jim. How do witches keep hats on while riding on a broom? I would like to know that as well. It's not going well for me, even just walking down the street. So, technically, we're getting into the area that I'm interested in, but I think we will go down this really beautiful pathway that's a little bit further down.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another witch.
Yeah, oh my god.
I love it. This is actually one of my favorite coffee shops in the Annex Bloor area. L'Espresso Bar Mercurio. They have really, really good coffee. Yes, you are all correct. Hat pins would have been a great idea, and what I am lacking right now. Ooh, look at this building. I've actually never really taken that much of a look at it. Monk School of Global Affairs. Well, I don't think anybody properly guessed it yet, but where we are going is the University of Toronto, U of T, because some people, myself included, would say that it really looks like Hogwarts, you know, like from the Harry Potter series, this sort of, you know, brick and stone sort of buildings. I think they are over 100 years old, and it's just such a beautiful campus in some areas. So that is one of the things that I wanted to hit on this live stream. So we'll go down this really cute little path here coming up in Yorkville area and then make our way to the campus. Even got some people here doing track and field. Oh, hello to Harriet, Jim, and Yuki. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Happy Halloween to you as well. Don't know really how to take that. Zonic, if I'm saying that right, says Canada looks like a better version of the USA. There's actually people in the streets. What do you mean? There's people on the streets in the US. If it was like New York or I don't know, Chicago or something. Of course, the States overall probably has like higher crime statistics in general, but I don't think that Canada and US are that different in many ways. I've actually always wanted to go to this place, the TELUS Center for the Performance, and I thought it was Performing Arts, Performance and Learning. Sometimes they do have free performances with their students, which is really cool. And this is also the Royal Conservatory of Music, which I have a slight connection to when I was doing piano classes when I lived in Saskatchewan. I actually honestly do not remember really how to play anymore, but I did take classes when I was a kid, and for all of your examinations you had to like film yourself playing different songs, and it was sent here to Toronto to the Royal Conservatory, and they would let you know if you passed or failed. So that was kind of an interesting thing to see once I moved here. Aw, thank you so much to Rahul for the super chat. Thank you so much. Have a spectacular Halloween Eve. Hope you get to enjoy Christmas in Sofia this year. Thank you so much, Rahul. That's very kind of you. And yeah, I hope to be in Sofia for Christmas. That would be my ultimate Christmas gift, that is for sure. I hope you are having a fabulous Halloween as well. I hope all of you guys are enjoying this night out and in costume, because honestly I'm a bit disappointed that there's been so few people in costume. Like maybe they're all just gonna go out later on tonight, but I was expecting that we were gonna see way more people in costume, so it is what it is. But thank you so much, Rahul. Hope you are doing great. We are almost at our turn off here, right near the ROM, which is the Royal Ontario Museum. Let me actually give you a quick little look of it from the corner here. Really one of my favorite buildings in Toronto, just because it is such a unique structure. Probably the best museum that I've been to in Canada in general. So for anybody who's like gonna go to one museum in all of Canada, this should probably be it. But anywho, this is where we are going. Because look how aesthetically pleasing this little walkway is. And you are correct, Johnny boy. This is it's called the Philosopher's Path, because we are really getting into the university campus, so the name makes sense. Yeah, the fall colors are honestly amazing. Actually, what is this? Is this just a part of, or no, this is the TELUS building, right? Or the building that was beside it. I actually never realized that this was like all glass and they had a nice seating area. I like it. Back in the day when I was actually considering going to university, of course the U of T was like one of the top ones I would have considered, because it is such a famous university, but I was actually looking at McMaster University in Hamilton because it was a bit less expensive than U of T. But now that I've actually spent time in Toronto, I think if I was going to go to university, this would have been it. Like, this campus is just absolutely beautiful. Oh, and yes, thank you so much to Rahul for reminding me, because I have seen some people post about it, that is also Diwali today, which is like the festival of light in India, which is also such a cool celebration and like an event that I would definitely love to be actually in India for, because that would be one heck of a party. So happy Diwali to everyone who celebrates as well. Thank you for the reminder, Rahul. And a big thank you to Costas World of Music Memories, Harriet, Jim, and Yuki. Thank you guys. Trick or treat, a treat for you. Our Yuki likes to go trick or treating in her costume. Enjoy your night. Thank you so much, guys. That's so sweet of you. And yeah, you definitely need to take Yuki trick or treating. I'm sure she would look super, super cute. I love it. Give you guys more of this gorgeous view. So beautiful. My friend Lane is here right now. Hello, gorgeous. Happy Halloween. The scariest thing I saw this week was Christmas decorations taking over retail stores. Oh, it's happened here too. I was actually just thinking that earlier today. I was in Shoppers Drug Mart, and you know, it's Halloween today, and they were kind of moving the stuff to the side and making room for the Christmas stuff. I was like, really? Really? But I guess they tend to make more money for Halloween stuff, right? Like, Halloween retailers probably can make a bit of money, but Christmas is gold for them, so I get it. That's capitalism. But actually, that reminder itself was a bit of a shock to the system, where in 2 months, more or less, it's gonna be 2025, guys. Like, where has the year gone? I mean, where have all the years gone, first of all? But I feel like this year went especially fast. I don't know how it went for you guys, but for me, this year went so fast, and so many things did happen. But at the same time, I've been here in Canada for, 4 or 5 months now. 1 second. And, it's not like I've been traveling around the whole time, but my God, it has just flown by. And it's so scary to think that we're already in 2025 in a couple of months. Anywho, look at the start of our journey. See, this is what I mean. These sorts of really old, beautiful stone buildings. They almost look like Gothic sort of architecture on the steeples there. Really, really beautiful. So this is the part that I'm not quite certain of actually. Is I remember there's this really beautiful archway that leads to the main grounds, and I can't exactly remember off of memory how to get there from here, but I'm sure we'll find it, because it's not, it's not going to be hidden per se. But if anybody knows what I'm talking about, like the big archway area, where it's like pedestrian only, does anybody know what I'm talking about, and can they tell me how to get there? Because I was actually supposed to do this walk earlier today, but I had some other work stuff come up, and I was like, oh, I'll just figure it out on the fly, because obviously I do know Toronto really well. I just haven't been to this area in a really long time, but somebody let me know. I don't think it's down here, right? Like, that's into Queen's Park area. We'll go there after. I'm fairly certain that more of the buildings are somewhere down here. Or actually, maybe no. Maybe no. Do I get to it from Queen's Park area? Johnny boy, it seems like you live in Toronto. Go across the street, like straight across from here. And then where? Just go straight and across the street, but this way, right? Straight and then right. Right? So this way. Correct? I'm gonna trust you guys. But this is how you know you're getting old. My memory's not as strong as I thought it was in this area. But still, having said that, look at this. Right? Like, this is beautiful. I'm pretty sure that this is the Christian kind of sector of the school. It says, you know, Trinity College or whatever. I'm pretty sure this is like the kind of Christian wing of things. Absolutely beautiful building. Let's see here. Actually, it's through here, isn't it? It's past the sports field somehow, I think. Do I turn left, guys? Let me know ASAP. Oh, I think they're filming something here. Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to. Let's see here. Yes, it is down here. Heck yes. Yes, this is what I was looking for. Great. Great. Let's see if I can blend in as a university student. I should be able to, considering you can go to university at any age, right? Oh, just reading Lane's second message. Thank you so much. And I did enjoy my time in Japan. All of those Halloween costumes were definitely more creative than this one, but maybe next year. Wonder what they're filming actually. Oh my god. 1 second. I think I saw a super chat. Ah. Okay, 1 second. Where's the super chat? I thought, what the heck? Oh yes, here we go. From Raj Travels. Happy Diwali to Indian friends and happy Halloween to everyone. It's spooky, windy night tonight. Thank you so much, guys. That is so sweet of you. I love it. Okay, 1 second here. Looks like we got some soccer going on. And here is kind of the first archway that I remember. Yeah, with these like big clock towers. So pretty. Oh, they are filming something. Look at this. I wonder which TV show it is. If you guys didn't know, like, Toronto's film industry is, you know, pretty big. That was the reason that I actually moved to this city, is because here in Vancouver is really the only places you can pursue that kind of career. So it is great to see productions ramping back up again, because I know during COVID, like, it was super difficult for many of my actor friends. There was really nothing being filmed, but now in the last few years things have been more in full swing. Oh, look at this. I love the vines. That's actually one of my favorite things with these big, beautiful heritage buildings, is when they have just vines covering all of them. It's so beautiful. I assume they've done some refurbishing on the buildings here. Obviously they'd have to, especially the inner workings of things, but a lot does look pretty original. So that is really cool. Oh, that's interesting. Johnny Boy says the tower has a memorial to the students who died in the war. Do you mean like World War II, I assume? That's interesting. We'll have to take a look here. Maybe there's something written on this plaque. Oh yes, you are correct. The Soldiers Tower is the University of Toronto's War Memorial. A few months after the armistice ended of the First World War on the 11th of November 1918, the University of Toronto Alumni Association began fundraising to build a memorial tower to honor the alumni, students, faculty, and staff who served and died in the war. Wow. The names of the 628 men and women who died while in service are engraved on the memorial screen in the West Arcade. Oh, and then they also did add another group during World War II. Wow. Very sad. Their story is not graven only on stone over their native earth, but lives on far away without visible symbols woven into the stuff of other men's lives. May they rest in peace. And here we are, guys. This is what I wanted to show you. This is as Halloween as it gets, right? In Toronto, like what gorgeous historical buildings that really makes you feel like you're on the set of Hogwarts or something like that. This is just so beautiful. Oh, and more vines. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Yeah, I would literally go to U of T just for the aesthetics. Like, I don't even know what I'd study, but I would just come here for the aesthetics. Because, like, imagine this is your campus every single day, especially in the fall, right? Like, I'm sure it's nice the other times of the year, but in the fall, oh my gosh. Like, look at this. It's so beautiful. And so, funny enough, this is Hart House. And how I remember this area is back in my acting days, I would come here, not all the time, but I'd say at least, I don't know, a couple of times a year, because a lot of times they would actually hold auditions here at Hart House, like different casting agents and stuff. So I was so excited to get auditions in this area because it meant I got to like take some time and walk around the campus. And you know, inside of the buildings is also super beautiful. So Hart House I have actually explored. Whereas the other ones, I don't think I've ever been in them before. But I guess, you know, unless they make you scan a key card, I mean, I guess I could go take a look and pretend to be a student. But it is just such a beautiful area. So I'm glad I got to show you guys it for this very special, warm fall Halloween night. It's so beautiful. But now the question stands, how should we get to Church Street? Because I know they're officially starting things off at 6:30, but I have a feeling they're already probably setting up, so we can make our way there. Would you guys prefer I walk down College, Dundas, or Queen? Let me know if you have a preference. Like, do you guys want to go see Dundas Square, or you don't really care either way? I know I kind of featured it, you know, in my last live stream, but I imagine that, you know, in the evenings, there's usually more going on in Dundas Square, and plus today is also, you know, Halloween, obviously, so I assume a lot should be going on in Dundas Square, but you guys let me know what you prefer. Hey, the Piper says Queen. Johnny Boy says go to the front of University and College. Legend has go in front of University College. Where? I don't know where which one's University College. Is it like over here somewhere? I know there's a lot of other buildings in this area. Let's take a look. Koskin says Dundas Street. Okay, noted. Nando says go to the lake. The lake may be a bit far, friends, and it's gonna get dark. Oh, look at this one. Is this University College? Yes, it is. Thank you. University College, Johnny Boy was saying, may be haunted. Well, it sure looks like if any building was going to be haunted in Toronto, this would be it, right? Like, look at that. Imagine you were in here by yourself overnight. Would you be scared? I would be. I feel like anytime you're in like a really big building by yourself, it's really scary. Like, I don't know how people who have mansions aren't just scared all the time. I'd be like, if somebody wanted to like hide in this house, I would have no idea. If you're living in a 1-bedroom apartment, you know, you're gonna find out pretty fast, and I'd prefer to find out pretty fast. So yeah, I personally would never want a mansion for that reason. But look at this. So absolutely stunning. And like, it even has a tower. Like, look at the tower. I'd be curious to like climb up there. I love it. Oh, I almost missed a super chat. Let me face this way so you guys can look at the building and me as I answer the lovely super chat from Costas World of Music Memories. Do people decorate their homes in Toronto for Halloween? Here in Virginia, they go crazy. Yes, absolutely. So sadly, not every house. I wish more people would do decorations for Halloween, but yeah, especially in like the residential, like big brownstone kind of areas, yeah, a lot of people do, and that's usually where the kids go trick-or-treating. Because obviously if you live in a condo, you know, not quite the same, but yeah, there's a lot of people who decorate their homes, which is awesome. So thank you guys so much for the super chat. Oh, my hat's gonna go again. 1 second. I'll give you a view of the tower here for a minute. Whoops. Here. And yes, Rick, these buildings like are for actual classes. Like, that's the coolest part, right? Is you have school in a building that looks like this. Like, what? So amazing. Thank you so much, Stephen and Stephen's girlfriend. That's very sweet of you. Thank you. Amazing. All right, guys. So one last look here at University College. And we are going to do a shortcut across the field and make our way down to College Street at first, and then we can kind of decide on the fly if we go to Dundas or Queen first. Probably Dundas, I would think, right? Should be more going on there. And then it should be time for the Church Street Festival after that. In front of us there it says Temerty Faculty of Medicine. No, a lot of people actually go to U of T for their medical degrees. I think they have some really good, what do you call them? I don't know all the university terminology. I didn't go, but they have, really good quality education for medicine here at the U of T, as far as I know. Program, Jesus, could not think of the word for the life of me. They have really good, medical programs here at the U of T. I actually don't know what this building is, this one right in front here. Some kind of performance hall or something. It looks very grand. Got this gorgeous yellow tree. Leaves still hanging on for dear life. I am curious of, one second, when it's actually going to get like super cold here in Canada, or I mean here in Toronto, I should say. It's already cold in like the prairies, or colder than here, because the problem is that I really don't have that warm of clothes with me. I thought I'd be already gone by now, but I've ended up staying later waiting for this paperwork, so I'm especially grateful for this warm spell here in Toronto, because I'm perfectly dressed for it, but I do wonder that like overnight it's just going to be like 0 degrees or -5 or something, and that will make me so sad. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to try and put my hat back on. There we go. Great. I actually don't know how they bend it like this either. I love it. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tour of Hogwarts. Basically the Canadian version. Really one of the most beautiful areas of the city, in my opinion. There's even some cannons. Thank you so much, Alex. Best looking witch in North America? ? I take that as a compliment. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Rick. That building you saw was the convocation hall. That means like the hall that they use for graduations, right? Once again, I didn't go to university, so you must humor me. Oh my God. Indian Mastiff says Americans apparently spend 12 billion with the B dollars on Halloween. Just read an article. I mean, depends exactly how many people we're talking about. Do you mean Canadians or just Americans? But still, obviously an insane amount of money for either amount of population. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. But fun, at the same time, like as with any holiday, it is also just a time to let loose, dress up, go out with friends. So, you can do that on a budget as well. Here we are coming up to College Street, one of the main streets here in the city. We may as well actually go down Queen's Park, right? Let's actually go down to Dundas through Queen's Park area. Oh, interesting fun fact from Rick. In the medical building is where Banting and Best discovered insulin. Well, probably not in the mining building, right? But maybe somewhere over here. Not exactly sure which one, but yeah, I did hear that insulin, the, very important drug for diabetics, was discovered here in Toronto, which is a really cool fun fact. In front of you also, for anybody who hasn't been to Toronto before, is the Toronto CN Tower. Here we are. It's actually darker now than I expected it would be, because it's only like 6:15 or 6:20 right now. The sun is setting earlier and earlier. Even though it's warm, the sun does not rise till like 8 a.m. and I think it's going to start setting at like 6 p.m. and 5 p.m. soon. That always makes me so sad. I could never live in the Nordic countries where they get even less daylight. It would be beyond depressing. This building here that I'm about to show you guys is actually really, really cool. We won't go inside, but there's almost like a bit of a garden and greenhouse in there. Maybe you can kind of see some of the tall trees inside. It's really cool. Like even on the second floor, they have really big trees. Yeah, I actually did a photo shoot in here years and years ago. Really nice area. All right. This building across the street is also super beautiful. It says Stewart Building. I'm not sure if that's part of the university or its own standalone sort of thing, but just gorgeous. What is happening? Jesus. I don't understand people who just like lay on the horn. Like, what do they think that is going to change? So here we are coming up to Queen's Park metro station, and technically the name of the street changes, which I find extremely annoying, and the many parts of Toronto where that happens, and it becomes University Avenue. So technically speaking, we will be going down University Avenue. And this is, I guess you could say, the hospital district of the city. There's a lot of the major city hospitals down here. There's Toronto General, and gosh, why can't I remember the name of the other main one? We'll see it as we go. But yeah, understandably near the U of T, since it does have such great medical programs. They also have the main city hospitals here where all the students could, intern in if they choose to do so.
It's nice to see you. Did you have fun pepperoni with your one and only best friend? Oh, yeah. I'll look at the
Sick
menu.
Kids Hospital, yes, thank you, Alex. That is one of them. But there's another one too, right? Am I imagining things? But there's another one. But yes, you're right. Sick Kids is also obviously a huge one. Mount Sinai, yes, that's the one I was thinking of. Oh, and Princess Margaret, yes. Yeah, so there's a lot. Just reading your comments here, guys. I have answered this before, but Rick asks, what's your favorite city in Canada? Well, obviously I have to answer that because it is Toronto. It is my favorite, even though I complain about it so much. But it's only because it comes from a place of love. Because I feel like the city is so great, but it has a lot of untapped potential. And it makes me really sad whenever I come back here and I feel it kind of has regressed because I feel like it is such a great city. So for better or worse, Toronto is my favorite city in Canada. Now, it's not the most beautiful city in Canada. That I would say is Vancouver. Certainly because of the nature, and it is just, you know, more aesthetically pleasing outside of Hastings Street than Toronto area. And then for a long time I used to say that Calgary would be my choice for most affordable and like best city in Canada. But because Alberta doesn't have rent control, and that has been a complete shit show with the amount of people that have moved there in the last couple of years, it's really no longer affordable. So I actually don't know where I would say is the most affordable and best city in Canada, to be honest, because my wrist is really starting to hurt. Because rent right now in Calgary for like an average 1-bedroom apartment is like $1,900, sometimes $2,000 in the main central area. Insane. Just a few years ago, it was literally like $1,300, $1,400. It just like jumped by 30-40% in a matter of years because there's, once again, no rent control. And in Calgary, you more or less have to have a car. So easily you're going to have at least $500 worth of expenses for a car, unless you own it outright and don't have to pay for gas or parking or anything. And so those two things bring up your cost just right there for like $2,500, $2,600. Ridiculous. Because for me personally, I would much rather live in Toronto, pay the stupid $2,500, $2,600 that a 1-bedroom costs here, and just walk or use public transit instead of getting a car. So like Calgary has completely crossed itself off the list as an affordable city to live. And I don't know, I guess what does that leave? That leaves Saskatoon or Winnipeg. I know Halifax is also, I think somebody mentioned it in the comments, it's gone up so much, so that's not affordable. So I don't know. I don't know what big city in Canada is affordable anymore. So here's Mount Sinai Hospital. That's Toronto General. Here is Sick Kids. And oh, this is also Mount Sinai. I think there's another one further down. Thank you, Alex. It's okay, Alina. It's Halloween. You can use the versatility of the English language to its full extent. Thank you. I do try and curb my swearing because I know some people are actually offended by that. But yeah, usually I would have more choice words when talking about the affordability crisis here. Thank you so much to Costas World of Music Memories. Thank you guys. How's your mom and dad doing these days? They are doing good, both of them, thankfully. Probably actually should call my mom tomorrow. I actually meant to call her today, but the day got away on me. But I think she's doing good. And then, yeah, my dad, who I just talked to, is at the gym, living his best life. So, yeah, no, they're doing good. I'm very grateful for that. And looking forward to seeing them both in Sofia once I actually move. Aw. Thank you so much to Erica for the super chat. Hello from Chicago. Is Montreal or Quebec City still affordable? Those are my favorite cities in Canada. Love their European style. You know what? Actually, that might fall into the category of potentially one of the best inexpensive cities. Thank you for the reminder, Erica, and thank you for the super chat. So kind of you. So yeah, actually, I'm not sure which one has the lowest rent between the two, but I'm pretty sure last time I checked, a 1-bedroom in Montreal for sure was under $2,000. So it's for sure cheaper than Calgary. And Montreal also has pretty good public transit, and obviously it's a very cosmopolitan city. Plus, you know, even if you don't speak French, even though, you know, you kind of sort of should if you're living in the province of Quebec, but in Montreal you can kind of get away with, you know, just English, at least when you're first starting out. And yeah, I guess actually that might be the best and most affordable city in Canada, I would say. Now that you mention it. Amazing. So I don't know if you'd call that affordable. I think maybe somebody can check. I think the average rent is, you know, just under $2,000, but because you can use public transit, it brings down your overall cost of living, you know, since Toronto and Vancouver are both super, super high. Quebec City might actually be less if I had to guess, but unless you're living right in the downtown core, you might have to have a car to get around. So just depends, I guess, where you can also like get a job. Maybe somebody in the comments can give us some insight. Rick says under 2,000. I've been paying $400 a month here in Mexico. Yes, well, unfortunately we can't all move to Mexico now, can we? Thank you so much to Johnny Boy. Thank you so much for your help with helping me find what I was looking for at the U of T. Really appreciate it. Homa says, I'm from Montreal and I ain't gonna go back. Done with it. Sorry to hear that. I think Montreal is a great city. Like, obviously I haven't lived there, but from my visits, you know, it too is like a very cosmopolitan city. Lots to do, you know, always something going on. And it's not, I didn't see as much like, you know, drugs and homelessness as in Toronto or Vancouver. So that's another thing it has going for it. Quebec City would be even less. Like, Quebec City would for sure be like one of the safest places to probably live in Canada while being in a fairly big city. Somebody left a comment, I thought. Yeah, thank you, Griboli. I live in a good area in Quebec City and we pay $1,050? What? For a 2-bedroom? No need for a car in Quebec? Are you serious? How is that less than Saskatoon? Because my friend who lives in Saskatoon has a 1-bedroom apartment, and I think she said her rent was $1,100, $1,200. How is Quebec City less than Saskatoon for a 2-bedroom? Did you guys grandfather the place? Like, what's the current rate? Lane. So Lane is my friend in Saskatoon, and it's a studio. Yes, thank you. That's even worse. So, oh my God, is that a normal rate for Quebec City? Because is everybody just going to move there right now? That's a crazy, crazy good price. Oh my God. And I don't have a real oven, I know. I'm so sorry. It's so sad. Like, yeah, the last time I looked at rent in Saskatoon, I was shocked. Like, sure, it's still less than, you know, Calgary, I guess, but like, no, it should not be as expensive as it is. Like, it's ridiculous. So, oh my God. Lane says basements are going for $1,500 now. Okay, you better be joking. You better be joking, because I have a friend here in Toronto that pays $1,500. You know, okay, he's grandfathering the place for a basement studio here in Toronto. You better be joking that that's what it's going for in Saskatoon right now. Oh my God. Okay, this isn't working. 1 second. Oh my God. I can't with the prices here. It is getting dark way faster than I thought, so let's go to the place that has the most light in all of the city. Yeah, it's very sad how much homelessness has increased. I mean, not only just here in Toronto, but all over Canada. I actually remember when I was in the Maritimes last year, in all of the major cities, you know, you'd see like tent cities there as well. And even in like Fredericton was like kind of my last place on the trip. I was initially super excited because I was like, oh my gosh, like the downtown core actually looks, you know, pretty good. I don't see anybody on the streets. I don't really see, you know, tents and all of that kind of stuff. And then because I was renting a room from you know, this local lady, I asked her, I'm just like, do you guys not have that problem here? Like, are things fairly affordable? And she said no, like rents have gone up so much there as well. And it was on the other side of the river, like an area that I haven't gone to, that she said there was a whole literal tent city. So almost every single major city in Canada now has tents popping up because people can't afford to put a roof over their heads. Like, absolute insanity. If you would have told me that that's what would have, you know, been the case 10 years ago, I would have never believed it. Like, at the start of COVID, I think was the first time that I had ever seen, like, you know, somebody living in a tent downtown here in Toronto. Before that, I had never seen that in my life. Like, I never anticipated that it could get this bad here. And I mean, on one hand, of course, it is the affordability crisis. Like, there's literally people who have full-time jobs that can't afford a place to live, you know, which is just so messed up. But on the other hand, it is also partially to drugs, you know, like some people take certain substances that basically turn them into a zombie, you know, mental health problems. They're not able to keep a regular job. So, you know, where are those people also supposed to go? So, you know, I am so anti-drugs and what they do to a society, and it's just so sad that that aspect has gotten so bad here in Canada as well. I am not at all like for the legalization of things. Like, you know, I understand kind of where they're coming from with that, to like lessen stigma, but in a way, to me, like it still encourages and normalizes the behavior when it should not at all be normal. And yes, I agree. One of the saddest examples, actually, from all of the people who are living on the streets is, I mean, I know there's children as well, which is probably the worst, but just in front of that would definitely be senior citizens. Like, that is inexcusable. Like, people who are on a fixed income that probably pay taxes all of their lives, but things have just gone, you know, so out of control that they can't, you know, afford a place to live unless they for sure bought their own real estate and have managed to hang on to it and, you know, have other income coming in. Like anybody who is renting in most cities, their rent has gone up exponentially, and I just don't know how seniors are able to afford that. Looks like we got another T-Rex who's handing out stuff. Oh, I actually saw that. Rick Silver 55 says the poor ladies living out of a shed. I think that was on CBC. I actually saw that a few days ago too. Like, so tragic. This woman, senior woman, was living in, first of all, a really crap rental. Like, her landlord wasn't doing their job, wasn't looking after the upkeep of the house. So the house ended up getting black mold, and she was having like super severe, you know, obviously reactions, like life-threatening reactions from it. So she had to move into the shed in the backyard of the building because she couldn't afford rent anywhere else. Like, how messed up is that? Beyond messed up. Yeah. But anyway, guys, you know, I could talk about this for forever, but that doesn't change the reality of the situation, right? Like, either you have to find some kind of workaround that allows you to keep a roof over your head here in Canada, or, you know, what a lot of people, myself included, are doing is having to move abroad, which, yes, then can also cause problems for some of the other countries that primarily a lot of people move to, like, let's say Mexico. You know, their prices then end up going up because of all the, you could say, rich foreigners moving there. So then it becomes their problem. So it's such a weird time in history where, you know, everybody's just trying to survive, like I'd say, like the middle class, I mean, but at the same time, we live in the most abundant, over the top, and luxurious, consumerism wise, kind of world we've ever had, right? Like, we have so much more of everything than we ever did 50 or 100 years ago, but at the same time, such a large amount of the population is really struggling. So it's a very, very strange dichotomy with those two things. If I didn't mention it before, we are now on Dundas Street, which is a very, very long street, similar to College. It's just a little bit more south. And we are walking towards Dundas Square. But in the middle here is actually an area that they call Little Japan. There's a larger Japanese district in the more northern parts of the city, but here they have a bunch of really great Japanese and, like, Asian in general sort of restaurants, but primarily Japanese. So if that's what you're craving, this would be a really good area to go to. On the corner here, if I'm not mistaken, or kind of a little bit past the corner, is Uncle Tetsu's Japanese cheesecake place, which I would highly recommend trying if you've never had Japanese cheesecake before. It's very different than our traditional kind of cheesecake. Let's see here. Or wait, Uncle Tetsu's is gone. Now it's Unholy Donuts. Oh, that's sad. Well, somewhere in the city, I'm sure Uncle Tetsu's Japanese cheesecake They probably just moved locations. Oh, it's right there actually. They moved, yeah. So now it's over here. Really, really good. Bechrud asks, is there anything going on tonight for Halloween in Toronto? Yes, there is, and we are technically going towards it. There is going to be a big Halloween party on Church Street in the Village area, aka the gay district, and where I used to live in Toronto, one of my favorite areas. That is where we are going to end off our night. I've actually been live streaming for a whole hour and a half now. I thought that I would get here a lot earlier than I did. Yes, Jim, I agree. For authentic Japanese, I vote Tokyo. I vote that as well. I actually wonder what's going to be the next time that I get to Tokyo, to be honest. Because obviously with my move to Bulgaria, I see myself probably, you know, spending most of my time in Europe, because that's why I'm moving there, is like I want to travel around Europe. So probably I wouldn't go to Asia for at least a couple of years unless I had a specific event or something, or I don't know, something happens that I have to go. But I'm kind of itching for Japan, to be honest. I miss it so much. Maybe there'll be like a really good flight deal and I can go for even a couple of weeks. That would be so fun. Oh, 1 second. Here we are getting into Dundas Square area. We got all the lights going on. Does anybody know, has anybody been out here at like 2, 3 a.m.? Because I don't think I have. Are the screens always on? Is there ever a time that they turn them off? I'm actually curious. Because in the mornings, obviously, they're still on, but do they ever turn off? Oh my gosh, you're so lucky, Jim. Flying for the new year. That's awesome. All right, now we are finally getting some costumes. I'm so excited. Finally. Actually, sure, let's go across here. I'll see if the guy who's always yelling about Jesus is out tonight. Don't hear him just yet. Looks like we got some kind of magician or something. You always see the most interesting characters here, that's for sure. We got a devil and an angel. I like it. Oh, we got a police officer. There we go. Got somebody dressed like Cleopatra or something over there. We got a vampire. We got, I don't know if she's something. Oh gosh, I'm actually kind of sad, guys. I was really hoping there would be more people dressed up. Like, does nobody dress up anymore? What is this? Okay, I guess these guys are kind of dressed up. Okay, they are. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna have to bet that Church Street is gonna have what we're looking for, guys. Dundas Square is not at all to the level of craziness that I was expecting. Maybe that will happen later. I mean, it is only about 6:30 p.m., but still. It's true, it is because it's Thursday, but still, it's Halloween. Like, come on. I thought that we would have way more going on. Love it. Funky Child says last Saturday was busy as fuck on King Street. I guess that's true. Some people probably went, you know, for the big Halloween parties on the weekend, and it'd be the weekend before Halloween. So that's true. But, yeah. Still fun. Always enjoy coming down here. Let's head on over to Church Street and see if things have started up. I actually should end my live stream before 7 p.m. because I need to get some food before my Halloween party for the night. Alex says making a frozen pizza. I love it. You know what? I was just about to say, on this, you know, left-hand side is the pathway to the start of another university here in Toronto, which used to be called Ryerson. I'm going to try and make it across the street here. But can anybody tell me what is the new name that they renamed it to, right? Because for whatever reason, I think Ryerson, I don't know, was named after like an actually questionable sort of person. So they wanted to rename the university or something like that. But I don't know what the new name is. Can anybody tell me in the comments? Let's see. TMU, right. Metropolitan U. Should have picked a better name. That's kind of lame, to be honest. But whatever. Okay. 1 second. There we go. Too much you. Yeah. Yeah, I found that kind of strange. How do you guys feel about that topic? Like, in a way, I get where they're coming from, where, you know, certain things get named after important figures in history, but the more people look into their past, you know, it comes to light that they weren't actually good people. So do you change the name of a place? And sometimes that's, you know, really, really costly. Or do you just like leave it as is and don't really honor them in any other regard? What do you guys think? Oh my god, the poutine. Look at this. A canoe of poutine serves 4+ people for $25.99. Or homemade mozzarella sticks. Oh my god. That actually sounds so good. But way too big of portions for just me. Oh, this is new. I never remember seeing this. Mayday burger. Yum. Oh, that woman is sadly not doing well. Oh, thank you so much. Why isn't it flipping? Thank you so much to Jim Ross for the very kind super chat. Food donation must keep you walking and talking strength. Thank you so much, Jim. I will absolutely be using your very kind donations to get some food after my live stream. Because yeah, I think at the Casa Loma party, I don't think drinks are even included. You probably just like buy your own drinks and there's probably no food. Actually, I should probably ask my friend. But yeah, I need to like get a proper meal in me, because I can hold my alcohol like pretty good as long as I eat. If I don't eat and I have a bit too much, then I'm a bit of a lightweight. So I need to get something, you know, carby and protein rich before the party. Maybe ramen, that could actually be good. Look at this. I forget what's the name of this place, but I know they have really good reviews, and I haven't had ramen in a really long time. So that could be good, or like maybe burger or pizza or something. Oh, and yes, Lane, you're going to Casa Loma for a Halloween party? That sounds so fun. Yeah, I'm honestly so psyched. My friend got tickets quite a while ago, because I think they are actually a little bit hard to get, and she invited me, so I am super, super excited. I wish I could vlog there. Okay, so here we are at the corner of Church. This is where we will start walking up, and I think, at least judging from Pride, usually they start the festivities at College and Church. So we'll see if things are already going in just a little bit. Well, this looks all new. I actually haven't walked down here this year. I think they redid all of this. It all looks different. Aw. Thank you so much to John Houston. Haven't seen you on here in a while. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope you are doing well. Hope you have been getting my postcards. Oh my gosh. My hat is hanging on for dear life. Okay, 1 second, guys. Alright. Yeah, you guys are right. TMU. That is what they changed it to. But I don't think it's nearly as big of a university as like U of T, right? I don't think Ryerson has like a medical program or anything. I think they're more actually like for the arts, if I'm not mistaken. I guess they do have engineering and computing. That's interesting. There's kind of the campus center over here. Man, guys, walking down here brings back so many memories. I haven't actually walked Church this trip yet, but it brings back so many memories, especially kind of like, you know, at nighttime, because when I, you know, lived up here, I lived basically like 1 block down and then 3 blocks up. I lived at like Jarvis and Wellesley, and I would usually walk down Church when I worked at Sukhothai down on Wellington and stuff. And yeah, like almost every single night I would like walk this exact street, and when you haven't done it in a while, it's like, oh man, just brings back that time in your life. And so much so much has happened since then, man. It's crazy. Oh my goodness, my very good friend Shigeru, thank you so much for the super chat. So very appreciated. I hope you are doing well, and I hope the leaf changing season is in full swing in Tokyo now. I guess it should be, right? Like basically November time is usually the peak leaf changing season all over Japan, which is amazing. I think we got some cute costumes actually behind us. Hope you are doing well. Let me flip here, because we are almost at the intersection. Whew. I really can't decide what I'm gonna eat though tonight. Maybe actually right on church they will have some fun street food or something that would also be easy to grab and go. Well, I'm not gonna go there, but that is a good suggestion. Rick, the best restaurant is the Keg Mansion. Agreed, the Keg Mansion is so good here. Oh my gosh. Aw. So sweet. My lovely friend Lane, thank you so much for the super chat, girl. Get yourself a drink and have tons of fun at the party. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. I absolutely will. I wish you were here to celebrate as well. Lane actually went to probably the coolest of the cool Halloween party years ago. Maybe Lane, you can write about it more in detail in the comments, but Lane went to like Transylvania on I think it was a G Adventures, right? On a G Adventures tour, and they got to have a Halloween party in like a literal, like, you know, Dracula's castle kind of thing, which is like way cooler than Casaloma. But it would be so awesome if you were here right now. So thank you so much for the super chat, lovely. Hope you're doing good, and hope we can have a great catch-up call sometime soon. Somehow I thought this was already College Street, but it's not. We're not there yet. We still have another block to go. I'm actually getting a little tired, guys. Believe it or not, like this velvet dress is like kind of warm and a little bit itchy. So it's actually not super comfortable to wear for a 2-hour live stream. I hope I'm gonna not regret it at the party. Aw, you guys are so sweet with the super chats. I have like no words for it. Thank you so much, David. Happy Halloween, Alina. Thank you so much, David. I hope you are doing great, and thank you for coming out. I think every single time I have a live stream. That really means so much. Thank you. And oh my goodness, thank you so much to Vossi. Happy Halloween. Thank you so much. And I think, am I guessing correctly, that you're from Bulgaria, because I think BGN is Bulgarian Lev? Or am I totally wrong? Am I totally out to town? Even though it's Lev, somehow I thought it was BGN. If you don't mind me asking where you're from. But either way, thank you so much for the super chat. That's very sweet of you. Just make sure there's no cars coming. Varna, amazing, amazing. I love it. Yeah, I loved Varna when I visited there. So many places I'm looking forward to checking out in Bulgaria again, and also for the first time. Let's see here. Okay, I see a whole bunch of police cars, so I think things are underway. I actually wonder how late the party is going to go tonight. Usually until midnight minimum, I would say. Some of the vendors might close, but obviously you have all the nightlife on Church Street. And once again, for anybody just tuning in, this is the gay district of the city. And honestly, in my opinion, the funnest place to go out, especially if you're a woman, right? Like, this is the best place to go clubbing, because it's less likely you're going to have men hitting on you. Might have some women, I guess, hitting on you, but they're usually far more respectful than, I don't know, guys on King Street or something like that. So I had the best time when I lived in this area, and we would go to like Cruise and Tangos or like Woody's. There's just so many great places here, and I'm sure tonight it's going to be super long lines. So if you're going to go out, probably would be best to get in around 9 o'clock or something, because later on it will be really difficult. And finally, I see people in costumes. See, this is where everybody in costumes was all this time. I don't know what this guy is actually.
Happy Halloween!
All right, guys, we have made it. Welcome to the Church Street Halloween party. I hope it's going to be good. I haven't been to one in at least 7 years, because I think I was actually, even when I was living in Toronto, the last couple of years I wasn't here for Halloween specifically. So it was a long time since I was last here for this. I hope it's gonna be good. Aw, thank you so much to Indian Mystique for the super chat. Very sweet of you. Thank you. Hope you're doing great. And thank you to Costas World of Music Memories once again. Thank you. Another treat for a late night snack. Thank you. Oh man, you guys are feeding me like so good tonight. I'm gonna have so much money for snacks tonight. Thank you so much. Actually, some of this will go towards my own Halloween candy stash. That is partially what I'm going to spend it on. Oh my God, I love that guy's Maleficent ears. Look at this. Oh my God, how did he do that? That looks so good. Frick, I love that. Okay, great. At least there's some people who are dressed up. That already is a positive. Oh my gosh. Only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is usually they, for Pride or any other festivals, like all of this also had, some kind of stands or something. I'm confused. Or maybe I can't even remember. Anybody else who's lived in Toronto for a long time and gone to this event, do they not have kind of vendors going on? Is it just a street party where people walk, or are there actual vendors? Because I thought there were vendors. Or maybe that'll be later on. Let's see. Oh, we got Luigi. Okay, yeah, we got some vendors here. I think they're still all getting set up, to be fair. It is just after 6:30, and that's when they said it was starting, so I think they're still setting up, but great that there's a lot of people. I actually heard very good things about Craig's Cookies. I haven't tried it yet, but I think that's a Toronto company, and their cookies are super, super good. Love all the decorations. Some ghosts. Pumpkins. Oh, somebody else has tried Craig's Cookies. Amazing. Glad they're good. Ooh, look at this guy's costume. What is he? I have no idea. But I love the effort. Oh my gosh, the clown. The clown's actually a great costume right there. And he's wearing heels. Right. So here's some great clubs for you guys, especially if you don't mind seeing basically half naked to almost naked men. There is Black Eagle. There's Flash. I think they have the best butt contest, or at least they used to when I lived here. So, that's an option. Then there is Sailor. And then Woody's right next door, which Woody's usually was my preference of a place to go grab a drink. But the ultimate, my favorite place on Church Street is, of course, Cruise and Tango, which is right here. It's kind of like a 3-level bar / drag performance place. And I think they probably aren't open until like 9 p.m., but it is so much fun, guys. Like, this is for sure my favorite place in Toronto here on Church Street. I love it so much. Oh my gosh, that is funny. Soy Boys. This was not here when I was last here. Oh my god, I love that name. And it's like a plant-based burger place. Oh my god, that's a great name. I love that. Maybe that's what I should have before the party. That could be fun. Oh my gosh, there's even like this trailer where they're actually selling masks. That's a good idea. Could make a lot of money selling costumes here. I don't know what this is. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, here's one of the queens. I love it. Honestly, the fact that they can perform and even walk in those kinds of heels is so impressive. I would fall immediately. I don't know what this orange thing is. What is that? Can anybody tell me? I don't know what that is.
I recognize what that thing is, but well, it's moving.
So strange. I think people are just like taking pictures beside it or something. But anyway, the emergency ambulance is waiting. I love it. This is such a great area. This will... Oh my god, he's on a toilet. That is great. Amazing costume, very creative. Oh my gosh, look at her dress. Or I mean, not sure, but yeah, wow, that dress is amazing. That is beautiful. So many creative costumes. See, this is where everybody was. I was wondering, I'm like, where are all the costumes? They were all coming to Church Street, which makes so much sense. Hey, Alex, we don't know. We don't know if it's his or her. I will leave that open. The Well Bar, that's actually new. I don't remember that being here last year. What is this guy? Oh, that's actually really scary. That's terrifying. That's the one problem with having a really good costume is like everybody's gonna want to take a picture with you. So if you're open to that, it'd be really hard to get anywhere because people would stop you all the time. Obviously, in a while, they're gonna have live music as well, which is gonna be fun. Probably will be a lot more vendors that will start up because yeah, this really is like the start of things. I wish I could have done my live stream a couple hours later than what I did, but I have a party to attend, so unfortunately this was the only time that worked. Glad we still got to see a part of it. Oh my god, that one's really scary too, Jesus. So nostalgic. So this was my street, guys. This is Wellesley Street. My apartment was 1 block from here, more or less. I wonder who's living in there now, actually, and what their rent is. I'm sure they jacked it up as soon as I moved out. Oh my gosh. Amazing. So cool. I would actually love to hear in the comments what is the, if you've celebrated Halloween, I guess, what is the most creative costume that you've ever worn for Halloween? I'll go first. When I was in like grade 5 or something, me and my best friend had the help of her mom, because we probably could have never done these costumes ourselves, helped us be had to think for a second, Homer and Marge Simpson, right? Because like the Simpsons were like super popular when I was a kid. So we had these epic Homer and Marge costumes. I was Homer, by the way. So she made kind of like this yellow mask for me with, you know, like the little, you know, hair on the top or whatever, and like the face was so accurate. And then I wore like, you know, a fake stomach or whatever, and just like a white t-shirt and jeans. And then my friend from Marge, her mom somehow built this tower of like, I guess her hair's blue, right? So she had like blue balloons or whatever that went up for like 3 feet or something like that, and somehow balanced on her head, and we ended up winning like best costume in the school, understandably. So that's the most creative costume that I've ever done. Let me know what yours guys is. And on that note, thank you so much to Fast Guy for the super chat. Thank you so much. You do great content. Love the videos. Thank you so much. Very sweet of you. I'm glad you like the videos. I know. It's actually, speaking of content, it's like, it's been so tricky to try and plan what video, you know, to do next when I perpetually don't know when I'm actually moving. I would have never announced that I was moving more than 3 months ago if I would have known that it was going to be such a long wait. I feel like I've kind of stretched it out, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully I will be moving within a month or so, and we'll be able to start on, you know, exciting Sophia content for you guys soon. Let's see what's going on here. Some kind of very scary skeleton kind of guy here. Is that a person or what is? Oh yeah, no, that's a person in there. What? Oh my God. Lane says my best costume was the white swan ballerina. Yeah, for sure. That was such a beautiful costume. I made for Transylvania. It won me a prize and was finding feathers around the house for months after making it. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Wait, did you just fully make it, or did you buy like a portion of it? I actually can't remember if you told me that part or not, but yeah, oh my God, your costume for that was incredible. Oh my gosh, that's so impressive, Lane. I love that. You learn things in home ec class, unlike me. I love it. David says a Ghostbuster, Beetlejuice, and Batman Dark Knight. Great costumes. Love it. Raj says Zorro when I was 6 years young. Amazing. Indian Mastiff, Freddy Krueger. Oh my gosh, that would be really scary. Johnny Depp. I love that.
I think I recognize you.
Oh yeah? Thank you.
Are you filming already?
Yeah, I'm doing a live stream, yeah.
I recognize you from your beginnings.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Are you from Toronto?
COVID, from 2020.
Oh yeah, well, that was a while ago, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching the channel.
Welcome back to Canada.
Thank you. This is crazy. Well, all right, guys, I think this is actually kind of the end of the Church Street Festival here. Originally, I was thinking of going up to Bloor, but to be honest, I might actually stay around here for a minute, because there's a few places that maybe I will go to Soy Boys to get some food. So I think I will end things off here, because it literally has been... Oh, hi.
I'm a subscriber, Alina.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
How do you like my costume?
It's a great costume. It's very scary.
It's scary.
What are you? Is it like an ogre, or what is it?
I'm forgetting the name. It was, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the name.
Yeah, I mean, a great
I
costume.
found it last year. Anyway, nice
I love it. Nice to meet you too. Take care. At first I was like, oh, do I know this person? Oh, it's great. I love it. Yeah, so it's been already over 2 hours, guys. I have to charge my phone to get to my friend's place, so I don't want it to die before I get there. But fantastic Halloween night, even though my witch hat almost blew off. I got to spend it with you guys. We got to see Hogwarts, we got to see the festival, we got to see some really cool costumes, so I feel like it was a very successful night. And now I will be heading to Casa Loma to dance the night away at a Halloween masquerade ball. What more could you ask for? So thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you all so much for your support. Like, it honestly means so much to me. And of course, all of the money that is donated, I will just be putting back into my business, including some fun snacks for tonight. So thank you all so much. Hope you are having a great night. Go out there and have the time of your life, and I will have a new video for you next week, most likely on Wednesday. So as always, guys, sending you lots of love, and keep being your own kind of beautiful. Bye now.
Where are you going?
See you.